Alright, guys, welcome back. And today we're doing the official thumbnail ranking tier list thing with Chernobyl here. You guys know him from the Discord server, and he occasionally appears in the channel. He's the voice actor for the host, Mr. Puzzles and that shit. Oh, don't think this is gonna be a family-friendly video either. You're here. If you've been watching this channel, you know what this channel is. Come on now. I'm not even monetized. Okay. We're just gonna start this off. This is completely unscripted, and we're gonna be just giving our opinions and ranking each thumbnail based off of, their quality, how much effort I put into them, and just how they look in general.
And a quick disclaimer before we start, these are in no particular order. When I had
Yeah.
downloaded them and actually had to screenshot every single one of the thumbnails, I did not put them in any particular order, so this is just going to be completely random. So we might see
Yeah, this is
new videos, and then we might see, oh god, I don't want to look at that. My eyes need to be bleached immediately.
yeah, this is just like it's all in random order. All right, well, let's start with the first one, yeah.
All right, so first we have Absolute.
Absolute. What do you think about that one? Because I remember putting a lot of effort into that one, and the planet that I did below, like I really personally like that. I think I did the Copper 9 atmosphere really well.
Yeah, this was probably one of my favorite thumbnails that you did. The giant N is so well detailed, and every single atmospheric sort of detail that's in there. Honestly, just
Are you able to full screen it?
no, but I can
Oh,
actually add into the I can cut it and then add an image to the actual video itself, so I can expand it.
no, it's fine. Plus, they can just find the thumbnail on my channel anyway. It's one of the best of 2024 videos, so not like it's far behind.
Fair enough.
And I have playlists. So yeah, all right. Where do you personally think this should go?
I would put it at A. A for Absolute.
A for absolute. Okay. Um. Yeah, it's certainly not an S tier thumbnail, so I would also agree with A.
Alright.
All right, absolute. A for absolute. Next, we got intervention. Oh, this is intervention ultimate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the only part that I actually drew of that thumbnail was the middle section.
What about
The other two parts of that thumbnail are, it is divided, but the other two parts only come from the actual video itself.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
And I did put effort into the title text there. If you guys actually go look at the thumbnail, you'll see that intervention, the tops of the eyes where the point is, it's a star instead of the little circle.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, meant to represent Zetar, of course. But I did put minimum effort into that, but I think it looks pretty nice. But what do you think? What do you think?
I honestly think it looks pretty good. It's certainly not extremely high quality, but
Right, yeah.
it's just one of those things that you can just look at and appreciate.
Yeah, it's like you would click on it.
Yeah.
So what do you think? In terms of tier?
I'd probably go for B on this, honestly.
B?
Mm-hmm.
I am in agreement, yeah. That's the B.
Alright. B it is. Alright, next. Swallowegie.
Got Swoligi. Penguin's about to cry.
Yeah. R.I.P. Penguin.
He's... Do you know where we're putting this? Alright, hold on. Before we do, I just want to explain. I put no effort into this. None. Okay? I took the actual Swoligi model and, made it just, completely black, like a shadow. Put the text over it, which I put no effort into either. and then just like drew a yellow star in the middle of his chest and then drew like a little eye. That was all I did. That thumbnail was so lazy. Plus, you would not click on that. You would not. You would not.
It kind of scares me. Uh,
God, it's scary.
a bit,
All
yeah.
right, but where do you think this should go? Where do you think this should go
Uh,
in terms of tier?
R.I.P. Penguin.
Put it this to you. All right, yeah, that's where
You
that's
know.
going. No, I agree. Yeah, if you know, you know.
All right, next we
All right.
have the Guardian 5 teaser thumbnail.
Yeah, that was it was meant to be the actual thumbnail for Guardian 5, but I did end up changing it to the new one that we have now. But the old one is not bad. It's not bad. I just wanted to make it better. Like it definitely yeah. I definitely put effort into it because I drew the entire thing and I kind of feel, maybe it did get wasted because I didn't really use it for the actual video, but I think the new one is so much better.
Honestly, yeah, I agree. We'll put this one. Do you agree with a B tier, or maybe do you want to go down to C?
Well, it's certainly better than Intervention, in my opinion. I would go B.
All right. We'll put it in front of Intervention if I can, then.
Yeah. So strong B.
All right. Now we have the video itself.
Mm-hmm. The
Guardian
new
5.
Guardian 5.
This is probably my favorite thumbnail.
Yeah, honestly, because most of my thumbnails are usually like dark and stuff. And there's only light in a few places to give off this like dark and gloomy type vibe. But with this one, I actually experimented with doing highlights. So I think highlights are still an important part of art, even if you are into the dark stuff, right?
Yeah.
If you draw the dark stuff, if you're making a dark story, the light is always an important component because darkness cannot exist without it.
Exactly.
But without getting too deep into that philosophy,
Yeah.
I think it's just generally a high quality thumbnail. Probably one of the best and most like I put so much effort into this one.
And then I
Yeah,
guess we
unique
can.
designs for all the characters, and they're all still included in the thumbnail, just as the old Guardian 5 thumbnail was.
Hmm.
I have a lot to say about that one. That one's really good. What do you think? What are your opinions?
I love it so much. Honestly, like.
That's it.
Sorry.
Hey, you're so boring. You have nothing else to say.
Shush.
No, you're good.
Okay.
He is a simple man.
Yeah, my brain is currently just gone. But anyway, I think we can agree that this will be the first S tier.
Yes, I am in agreement with that.
All right.
S tier thumbnail.
For this next one, let me just.
Yeah, no, we already know where this next one's going.
All right.
Yep.
Frenemy.
Moving on.
Next.
Oh yeah, Frenemy. You want to know something funny about Frenemy's thumbnail?
Hmm.
All right, hold on 1 second. 1 second, hold on. Frenemy. Funny. So there's there's a funny thing about Frenemy's thumbnail. When I was drawing it, I drew her and whatnot, but I actually didn't like draw her face or anything like that because obviously it's hidden by the shadow.
Mm-hmm.
So under that shadow, which I'm pretty sure I still have the 1 sec. Never mind. Pretty sure that I still have the actual art file for it. There is nothing under the shadow. It's a blank face.
So it's almost like if you were to go into Fortnite and then just look under someone's mask, it's just nothingness.
Yeah, no, yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly like that. But I think there's still a decent amount of quality in this. Like, I didn't just pull pieces from the video and then stitch them together. I actually did completely draw this one. But my art skill was not super defined by this time yet. Like, the actual video itself was pretty good. And I did do pretty good designs. But again, I guess we're not talking about the actual video. We're just talking about the thumbnail.
Mm-hmm.
But by the time I did this thumbnail, I was still like, because Frenemy came after Lost Love, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I should know my own story by now. But Frenemy came after Lost Love, and we know how Jonah's hairline looks in Lost Love. We know there's no hair in the back of his head in that video. You remember how Jonah looks in Lost Love? Yeah. So, like, I was still leveling up my art by that time, and by the time I got to this thumbnail, my art skills were not super, like, there fully yet. But I think it's decent, right?
Yeah, it sort of gives off like an ominous feel to it. It's certainly not
Mm-hmm.
one of the best thumbnails, but it's still a decent thumbnail
Mm.
nonetheless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, yeah. I think so. I would say strong C tier on this one. What about you?
I would have to agree with you. See, it is.
I think now would be a good time to mention this fun fact. For those of you who are currently watching right now and don't I guess some of you are not too much into the theory stuff, but here's a fun fact. Jonah, as a character, is aware of the fourth wall, even though he doesn't, like, Jonah has not spoken very much. The perfection self has not really spoken like that, other than a few lines maybe here and there. But Jonah's the only character so far, other than, I guess, SMG 4017, or, yeah, that is looking directly at you from the thumbnail.
He's just standing there, menacingly.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
But yeah, now my personal opinions on this thumbnail, I didn't put that much effort into it. It's honestly pretty plain, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a bit bland.
It is. Because the like I was saying, like, it's similar to the Swoligi one where I took the models from things I already drew and just, like, turned them black, gave them a glow, and then put them in the background. It's kind of the same ordeal because I'd already drawn them and put them in the teaser. I'm sure if you guys, like, look at the, what was it, the intro for Lost Love, and you'll see them, and in that perspective, and then it kind of looks exactly like they do here in the thumbnail, just complete shadows and turn in different directions. I think this is our first D tier thumbnail. What do you think?
Yeah, I would have to agree. Alright. I'm gonna try not to be biased here because this is my favorite Unblind song, but Arrival Ultimate is up next.
Yeah. I was really lazy with this one. Holy crap. No, yeah. I actually want to put this one in Flint and Steel.
Seriously?
I do, but what do you think? I mean, you're biased right now, so I just want to know what you think.
I don't think it's a bad thumbnail. I think it's honestly pretty clever, but it definitely.
Oh, you know what? It is clever, but, like, I didn't put that much effort into it. It's just ripped straight out of the. All right. Well, tell me what you think, because we can do the average of the two.
I
What do you think?
seriously don't know. It's a debate in my mind between agreeing with you and then being biased at the same time.
You can be biased. I don't care.
I know, but now that I'm thinking about it, was that Mr. Puzzle's image originally like taken from like an actual video of SMG4s or no?
No. No.
Okay, so there was at least a little bit of effort put into it.
Yeah, there was, but I mean, I didn't draw the thumbnail from scratch, as I have done with the higher tier thumbnails. So it definitely would not be like probably even a C tier, really. But that's why, that's why I want your opinion. What do you think?
I think we will go D on this.
D.
Yeah.
All right. So between the average of Flint and Steel and D,
Do we put it in front of Lost Love though?
it's definitely not better than the Lost Love thumbnail.
Okay. All right, next.
Okay.
Absolute.
All right. This is one of my older thumbnails, but honestly, I really like it.
I do too. It gives off.
It was good for its time.
Yeah, it gives off a really like ominous feel to it. It looks really good.
And I did so when Absolute originally came out, I wanted to show that something was, something big was gonna happen. And I wanted to hide who it was that became this giant character, coming out from the clouds. And I wanted them to be coming out from the clouds, like just coming out from the clouds to grab them. And in Absolute Ultimate, I actually did draw this fully out, where he comes out from the clouds and then just grabs them. Which, again, you find out it's N, but in the thumbnail, I wanted to put that in it without revealing it was N, which I think I did pretty well.
Honestly, yeah, I gotta
But
agree.
yeah, so in terms of the purpose, you gotta check there, and how it looks, especially for one of my older thumbnails, pretty good, pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think this is actually a strong B tier.
Is it
Put
higher
it
than
like
Guardian 5?
no,
Is it between
it
Convention and Guardian 5?
yeah, it's like in the middle.
Alright.
Yep, yeah, that looks really, that looks right. That looks right to me.
Alright, next. Disassembled.
Yeah, we're putting that shit in Flint and Steel, bro.
Why?
That's bad.
It's not that bad. At least
And
there
is
was more
like
effort
bald.
put into that than Swaligi.
I didn't. Okay, no, you're absolutely right. It cannot be lower than Swoligi. You're absolutely right. No, but I actually did draw this. I did draw this, and I also used it for the animation. I think I drew the thumbnail first and did the animation second.
Yeah, because I remember you did like an actual like animation of the head just being snapped.
Yeah, with him. All right, sorry about that.
Nope, you're good.
But what was I about to say? Yeah, no, yeah. I actually did do the thumbnail first and then the animation because I decided, oh, I actually want to do the animation. It was him, of him getting his neck snapped and whatnot. But yeah, I would say higher than. Why am I forgetting what my own song is called? Arrival. I would say higher than the Arrival thumbnail. All right.
Reckoning's up next.
Reckoning. Okay. So I did draw this one, yeah. I don't know why, because I drew a full face for him and ended up hiding it anyway. And then there's that classic no hairline style that I drew for all my characters back then. Yeah, but he does look more like a corpse that way, I guess.
Whoever did me dirty.
No, but like when you compare the Jonah of them to the Jonah of now, it makes the Jonah now, like in Paradox, the Paradox thumbnail that's coming out, look like handsome or something. Because he just has better hair. Alright, I think this one, like, there's not much to really say about it. I think this one, will go below Frenemy and C tier.
Okie dokie. And now we have the Reckoning movie.
The Reckoning movie.
Oh boy.
For a movie, that's a pretty bad thumbnail, but
It feels a bit. I'll be honest here, and not to discredit you, this feels
no,
a bit
yeah, I know.
lazy.
It was.
Especially
It
for almost
definitely
an
was.
hour-long movie.
Flint and Steel.
Do we go below Swallowegie, though?
Put it above Swoligi.
Alright.
Penguin is in tears.
Yeah. Alright.
Penguin is sobbing. Paradise. Sinking Paradise.
I was about to say, Paradise is all the way down at the bottom.
Yeah, no. So, Sinking Paradise. I didn't draw this at all. None of this is drawn. I only like edited an actual image. This was actually taken from an SMG4 post
I remember that post, actually.
from Watfi 2023.
Yeah, because it was from when they had just started like casting the voting and stuff.
Yeah. So, it's a good thumbnail, but it was probably the laziest thing I've ever done.
So, in between SMG4 Reckoning and Swallowegie?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, that's perfect. Looks good.
Another old thumbnail. Master Plan is up next.
Penguin is about to, like, just actually have a heart attack. It's definitely not Flint and Steel, but...
Oh god. The old Dark Star is up next.
This one is... I think it would look better if it had shading. Like, on its own, the premise is not bad because my original intent was to hide the fact that Zetar was, even there. Which it was so obvious, but, because the song is called The Dark Star. At some point in the video, you can go back and look at the original video. At some point in the video, there's barely, you can barely see Zetar's image fade in as a massive picture in the middle of the screen. Whoever, you guys can go and rewatch that video now. Give it views, I guess.
Hey, more revenue.
And you'll be, if you actually pay attention, you will see the image of Zetar pop up on screen. But I think this goes below Master Plan. What do you think?
I would have to agree. Especially because we're gonna mention the hair.
No, we're not going to mention the hair. We're going to move on. That's what we're going to do.
Barbara put a bowl on them fucking heads.
Stop.
Alright.
Stop that.
For the love of fucking God. Forgotten.
Forgotten. Yeah, nobody remembers this thumbnail. Alright, but yeah, no, it is pretty bad. We're gonna put that in Flint and Steel. That goes below Swoligi. that's.
Fucking A-pose.
Yeah, I know. It's so bad.
My model.
Put it in Flint and Steel right now. Do it.
Below below Waluigi though, or no?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did you say Swaluigi?
I said Swaluigi.
It's Swoluigi. Just Swoluigi, not Swoluigi. You're saying it weird.
I'm illiterate. Shut up. Sinkhole.
Yeah, no, that goes in Flint and Steel too. We're not even gonna talk about that. No. We're not even talking about that. Just put it in Flint and Steel.
Alright.
Actually.
Onslaught Vengeance.
Mmm. The song was pretty bad, but in terms of a thumbnail,
The song sucked ass.
no, it did. Yeah. I forgot I made this video, honestly.
Listen,
But I didn't.
the old
To be honest, I did not draw any of this. It's a very lazy thumbnail.
These were all just FNF models, just pasted onto a fucking thumbnail.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly.
So, are we putting it in between Sinking Paradise and Reckoning?
Hmm.
Or
No, we're putting it below Sinkhole. Because at least I drew Sinkhole.
The Sinkhole looks like a fucking hell spawn.
Alright. Put it above Swoligi. Yeah.
Alright, next we got Dark
The Flame Steel category is bigger than anything else on this list.
I mean, well, yeah, because there's a lot of old shit that we need to burn, dude.
True. Keep going down.
We have the Dark
Alright.
next.
Alright, well, this is Dark Star Ultimate, but yeah, Dark Star Ultimate's pretty good.
Wait, why is there
Pretty good.
Wait, one of them... Wait, I think... Hold on.
Well, because the Re-Reckoning remix was one of them.
Oh...
It was an old, like, it was for a teaser that I never fully released, I think. Or I believe there was a remix, but then Restarted said something about it not being remixed. Even though it was a joke, I was like, alright, bet. And then I made Dark Star Ultimate. But yeah. I put effort into everything from the concept to the art and shit. And even the title.
Yeah, it's certainly a lot better than whatever the hell this is.
Yeah, obviously. And hey, you know what? I actually kept the same premise from the old one, and they just made it better. Like, you can see they look similar.
Yeah, it's very similar, except this one just looks like a hell spawn, and then this one looks like it's actually clean.
Something's approaching.
Yes.
But yeah. I think that is an A tier.
Alright. Do we put it above Absolute, though?
Well, what's your opinion? Where do you think it should be?
I would put it below Absolute simply because I think Absolute has a lot more like detail and a lot more effort put into it. I'm not to discredit you, but
you're not.
I'm sorry. I keep on apologizing. I would just put it below Absolute. I think I like Absolute a lot better, or Absolute Ultimate. Sorry, I keep on forgetting.
Yeah. All right, and now here's everyone's favorite part of the video. Here it is. Deidamia.
Do we even really need to talk about this?
We don't.
Exactly.
Let's put it in S tier.
Actually, does it go above Guardian 5, though?
That's a good question. No, that's a good question. I think they're equal, to be honest. No, I think it's good. I mean, I did draw this one.
Well, obviously.
Yeah, I drew this one from scratch, yeah. And for my first, for the finale, I think it's pretty evident when you go from the first Disassembled that came right after the Reckoning movie, and then go into Here There Be Monsters, which is actually good enough to where it's not going to need an Ultimate for a while. It doesn't need to be remade, but I can if I want.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. besides Jonah's hairline in that episode, but
We're not talking about the actual
we've already talked about that. There's nothing else that needs to be said.
All right. For the actual thumbnail itself, I'm feeling low A.
I think we'll go B, below Guardian 5.
Below Guardian 5. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Next.
All right.
I believe this is disassembled.
Disassembled. This is Ultimate?
Yes.
Yeah, this is Ultimate. So this is another case where I took parts of the actual video. Like, I didn't stitch parts of the video together into a thumbnail. I took parts from the actual art pieces from that I already did. Like, I didn't draw this thumbnail from scratch and create something new. I just took the models that I drew already for the actual other art and stuff and put it in the thumbnail just like this. So it is a lazy thumbnail, technically, but it's not bad. So, what do you think? I want to know your opinion there.
I mean, I do feel like it is a little bit lazy simply because the actual characters were taken from their respective cutscenes and things. But other than that, it's not at all a bad thumbnail.
No. So I'm thinking below frenemy, like C. What do you think?
I would have to agree with you.
Yeah.
All right. The Joy is up next. This
The
is
Joy.
first
I put a lot of effort into this. You want to know my all right? I want to know what you think first before I even give my opinion.
Not bad. I'm curious though. Did you have to make the actual font itself for the title of it, or did you just
Draw it?
Yes.
So no, I did not draw it. I did use a font thing online to create that.
Oh.
Cause yeah, that's what I do sometimes. But especially if I'm creating something that's meant to be faithful to the source material.
Yeah, I can understand that.
You know what I mean? But yeah, that I don't think that's a case of laziness. I did put in the effort to actually make it as close to the source material as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what tier do you think it should go?
Higher than Frenemy. Just
Higher than frenemy. Now, I might just have an ego, but I thought this was in my personal opinion, I think this is an A tier just because of how close it looks to the actual show. And that's what I was going for. And if you're saying C tier, then we can mediate and put it in low B.
Low B, do we put it above absolute or do we put it below?
Yeah, above absolute, yes.
So right in the middle.
Yep. So we're just taking the average.
Alright.
Yeah, that looks correct. Prologue. Yeah, it's an S tier thumbnail. I don't think. There's not much debate that needs to be had about that.
Alright. Reborn Ultimate.
That's an extremely lazy thumbnail. As much as I love Reborn, everybody who watches this channel knows Reborn.
Yes.
There's no way you don't. Because I've remixed Reborn more than I've remixed It's Gotta Be Perfect. I think. You guys are sick of it at this point, so you guys know the song. You're how many times does it have to be remade?
Bro, the amount of times Reborn was featured in the Projects for 2025 video. Everyone in chat was just screaming, "No more Reborn!" Even I was. We're so fucking sick of it.
We're sick of it. It's okay though, because when my shit got wiped, it some of the stuff got wiped with it, so including the Reborns, which means I have to remake some of them. So you guys won't have to deal with that for a while.
Thank God.
But anyways, Reborn Ultimate, I did literally the same thing. It's like the same thing that I did for Disassembled Ultimate.
Do we put it above?
It's the same thing.
Ultimate though.
I think we would. Yeah, we'd put it above Disassembled Ultimate because it's the same premise.
I gotta agree. I did have my profile picture on Discord for a while as Deity Melanie.
I think you did. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So this is Re-Reckoning Remix. This is RRR. Dark Star. Or I guess we're just gonna call it Dark Star V2. I don't know. I did put effort into this. I actually completely drew this one. I completely drew this. What do you think?
It's definitely a lot better than whatever the shit this is.
Then the yeah. No, I think this is like a high C, or not high C, high D. So like above Lost Love.
Yes, my favorite drink, high C.
Stop. Stop.
I'll shut up now. Okay.
Stop.
The last show.
The last show. The last show, I did nothing. I literally did nothing. The the last show is literally a scene from the video itself and just pasted as a thumbnail. I did nothing to it other than add a title, add the text.
I feel like that's the case for a lot of these.
Is it?
Yeah.
We'll see. No, I can spot a few where that's true, but yeah. We'll put the last show definitely not in Flint and Steel, but do we go above or below Lost Love, do you think? It's a tough choice.
Me personally, I'd go below.
Below? Okay. Yeah.
All right.
I can get behind that. Draw. I think we put it above last show. Not much to say about it. Yeah. What do you think?
I would have to agree with you.
Yep.
Can't stop thinking about Shadow. It just looks like Shadow.
Yeah, no, it was completely thanks to Shadow that video even existed.
Maria!
That song even existed. Oh, you're talking about the hedgehog?
Yes.
I was talking about Shadow from Discord.
No.
We were talking about two completely different people. Is that gonna stay in the video?
Hedgehog. Yes, that stays in the video.
Is that's staying in the video? Okay.
Arrival.
All right. So, Arrival. This is the original Arrival. I did completely draw this one, and I was trying to emulate like an old school Western vibe with this one. Yeah, you like that. But what do you think?
It's not bad. I personally would think it's a lot better than Arrival Ultimate.
You know, you're kind of right.
Simply because
Do we
it
put it
doesn't feel
above
like
that?
copied and pasted.
No.
Definitely above Arrival Ultimate, but I'd put it above Disassembled. Actually, no, above the last show.
No, I think above. No, yeah, I agree.
All right, Ruins of Royalty.
Ruins of Royalty. I did completely draw that one. It doesn't look the best, but it gives off the right idea.
It's certainly good for its time, I have to admit.
Yeah, it's certainly good for its time, but we're not talking about good for its time. We're talking about now. We're talking about now. So it's above Swoligi, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You know what? It's not going in Flint and Steel, but I would say
higher than Master
like
Plan.
below Lost Love.
Below Lost Love.
That's what I would think.
Wow, okay.
Well, I mean, what do you think?
I mean, I'm just agreeing with you at this point.
No, but like that's not all right. So like, what I want your opinions too. You know.
It's honestly, was it an actual scene? Was that like an actual scene in the actual song itself?
No, it was not. It was not.
Okay.
It was. I completely drew that specifically for the thumbnail.
Okay, then yes. Then I agree with you on that.
Okay.
Okay, Escape Operatives. It's another really old one.
It is, and it doesn't look the worst, but it certainly doesn't look
It's a
great.
lot better
Like
than
I
this
would
thing.
not use that as a thumbnail now. It is, yeah. I would say below Arrival, but what do you think?
Below Arrival?
Ultimate.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, I gotta agree. Alright, Old Prologue. Oh, Lord. We're really getting into it.
Do we think like Flint and Steel under Swoligi?
It's not that bad. If we're
What do
going
you
based
think?
off thumbnails, it's not that bad.
You're right. Yeah. Okay. What do you think? Like, okay, do we do a low D like below Dark Star?
Yeah.
Like, I want to know what you think.
I was thinking really low D.
Really, really low D.
All right, Intervention. Okay.
That's old intervention.
Yeah.
I would put that like in the same place that we just put. Yeah, like so low D.
Low Prologue.
Yeah,
All right. It's got to be perfect. This is the original.
it is. This is the original. Oh my god.
It's not bad.
Yeah, for someone who just copy pasted shit.
Yeah. The text could certainly use some work. It just copied and pasted.
Yeah, I think that's like a high Flint and Steel. But what do you think?
High Flint and Steel. Do we put it above Reckoning Movie though?
Yes.
Above Reckoning Movie, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay then. Okay, Ascension. This is Ascension Ultimate. I might be biased
Ascension
here.
Ultimate is goated.
I fucking love this.
Yeah, despite it being another one of those segmented things, I can get behind it.
Yeah,
I think
love
it's
the
really
text
good.
on it. It feels like
Yeah.
there was a
The
lot of
wings.
effort put into it.
Yeah. No, yeah. I think this is a high A.
Do we put it higher?
A high A.
Or do we put it in between Darkstar?
That's a tough choice, honestly. Yeah, we'll put it in between.
Alright. This is the old Paradox thumbnail.
The old Paradox. It's not
this was
bad.
for the teaser.
Yeah.
There wasn't even any text on it. This was just...
Yeah, I know.
I know this took really a long time.
It did, but honestly, it's just cause it took me a long time doesn't mean it's like good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because this is like post Predator thumbnail, and honestly, it did take me a long time, but I just that like there's a reason why I remade it. I remade it for a reason. Yeah, I would say like maybe a high B.
High B.
What do you think?
Okay. Do we put it above Guardian 5 teaser?
Below Guardian 5.
Okay. Okay, now we have the actual
Yeah.
Paradox thumbnail itself.
The real one.
This is so good. I know this took... I remember, you...
48 hours. 48 hours.
You
Yeah.
sent me on Discord a fucking image of...
Or not 48, 46 hours. It took me 46 hours to draw.
Yeah, you had sent me a Discord PNG of, just like the actual time it took you to draw this out
Yeah.
entirely. 46 goddamn hours.
Mhm. I think this is an S tier.
Yeah, I gotta agree. S tier. Do we put it above Deodamia?
That's a good question. For now, yes. We'll decide that like at the end or towards the end. That looks right.
Now this is the second thumbnail of the joy.
The joy. Well, then let's just put it like at the same. Like, let's put it next to it. Yeah, that looks right. Yep.
All right. Afterborn.
Afterborn. Okay, so I did the same thing as I did with the old Afterborn. Is this? Yeah. Okay, so this is Afterborn, not Airblind. Whoops.
Airblind wasn't even.
This is an A. I feel like this is an A. Do like for remaking an old thumbnail. I think this is an A.
Did we put it above the Dark Star?
Low A. Low A.
Low A.
Yeah, low A.
Okay. Echoing
Or actually,
Guardians.
put it above the Dark Star.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love how the first
Yep.
3 songs in A are just Absolute, Ascension, and Afterborn. It's just all A.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't even do that on purpose. I guess A is the best letter.
How we put the Dark Star in high B just so that all of these just can start with A.
No. We're gonna keep it consistent.
Okay.
We're going. Keep going.
Echoing Guardians.
See, this was good for its time, and you know what? I think it still kind of holds up. I actually think that this is not bad. What do you think?
I don't think it's too bad either. It certainly could use a little
I
bit
mean,
of work.
Yeah, like if I did the text better, because the text is like, meant to be like behind its teeth and everything.
Yeah, it kind of just looks like it was.
Which it is, but
MS Paint.
yeah, I think it would hold up today if it was still like we're not even talking about the video because the video is something else, but I think the thumbnail is good. Where do you think it should go?
Low C.
Yeah. Reborn. The first remake. Reborn. I mean, my drawing wasn't quite there yet, but what do you think? Like tier wise.
I mean, it's not bad by any means, although it was just sort of copied and pasted.
No, yeah, you're right.
Do we put it above Echoing Guardians?
I'd say below Echoing Guardians.
Below, okay. Ooh. I remember.
Actually, no, above. Above. I like it there.
I remember. You
Yep.
had originally made a live stream for drawing out.
I did, but no, that was for Reborn Ultimate, not the original Reborn remake.
Sorry, Reborn's getting to my mind. Speaking of the original,
Sheesh.
not bad.
The crazy thing is, I did actually draw this.
Like it as an actual thumbnail itself, separate from the video.
Like from scratch, yeah, I actually did. At least from what I remember, I actually did. No, yeah, I did. I actually drew this from scratch. It was not a lazy thumbnail. I just was not good at art.
It's not bad by any means. I think it's it certainly would sort of.
I think it's a medium D, to be honest.
Medium D. Okay. Do we put
Yeah.
it in between Disassembled and the last show?
I would say above last show. I would say behind Ruins of Royalty.
Behind Ruins of Royalty. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then we have the pre-reckoning.
It's like a high, or it's either a low D or a high flint and steel. What do you think?
I'm thinking flint and steel, but do we put it above? It's got to be perfect.
Yes.
Okay. Next, it's got to be
Yeah.
perfect ultimate. Oh my god, I love this thumbnail.
That is for something that's a case where I actually did like do sections of the video again. But I think the way I did it was, I think it just looks good.
Yeah, honestly.
I think this is a high A.
High A, okay.
Above Ascension.
Above Ascension? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think? What do you think? What do you think?
I would agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
You sound surprised for someone who agrees.
Never mind. Fallen Angels Ultimate. Wait, no, hold on. This is.
Fallen Angels Ultimate does not exist, my friend. It does not exist.
Shut up. I keep on thinking it's Ultimate.
Fallen Angels. Everything's an Ultimate.
Everything's gonna become
All right.
Ultimate one day. Or
It is. Everything will eventually have an Ultimate.
yeah.
I actually should not say that. That's a really bad idea to say that. That means I have to remake all my videos twice. That's gonna be terrible. The Ultimate Ultimates.
Ultimate.
Alright, so for Fallen Angels... I remember the meme where everyone was talking about her, like, being, like, a court case person, like a lawyer or something.
Oh, Better Call
Like,
Saul.
talking about her being at court, like, objection kind of pose.
She looks like Phoenix, right?
Yeah, objection! So... I would put this at the top of D.
Top of D, above Darkstar.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Them.
Them.
This gives me nightmares.
I would...
This is pure nightmare.
Yeah. that is nightmare fuel. But at the same time, that is also literally just a scene from the video with text pasted in front of it. So I would say behind Fallen Angels, maybe. Or maybe put it at the top of D. You choose.
Behind Fallen Angels.
Yeah.
Okay. Reunion.
Reunion. I would put that... that's a tough one. Because it is bad. I would say below Arrival Ultimate.
Below Arrival Ultimate, above Escape Operatives.
Yes.
Okay. Ascension.
Yeah, that's like low. That's low flint and steel, bro.
There was no effort in
Damn.
that whatsoever. Okay. And then
Nah.
Paradise.
That is bottom of flint and steel. That's another case where I did nothing. Alright, put that in front of Ascension.
In
Original.
front of Ascension. Sinkholes just
Yeah.
menacingly.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy.
Alright, let me just back up the camera real quick and
Alright.
so this is the completed tier
Yeah.
list.
No, yeah, this is that's scroll. Alright, you're already at the top, okay. No, yeah, I think it looks great.
I do
It
too.
looks amazing.
We don't mention this.
Wait, do we have one left over? It looks like one left over.
Do we? Wait. Let me zoom in a bit.
The hell is that?
What the fuck?
Wait, can you zoom in on that?
I'm trying. I think this is the.
Yeah, like zoom in on that.
What is this?
The hell is that? I don't even remember drawing that.
I don't remember any of this.
I didn't make that. Did you find that on my channel?
No. I thought I only put like every single other thumbnail in here that I had actually like taken screenshots. I don't know where it came from.
Oh, wait, dude. The screen's glitching out.
Wait.
Yo! What the fuck?
There it
Hey!
is.
Hey, don't you dare touch that pause!